Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, everyone. This is Mama Warrior. I'm coming to you to afternoon at 12:24 p.m. here in the Carolinas on January 10th, 2026. I wish I could come with a more happier and enlightened subject matter, but unfortunately, we're in the middle of another type of horrific chaos, so we'll have to continue with this. But like I said, I will always bring in on the spiritual side of these horrible things and terrible things that we are seeing happening that has happened. And we're going to review a few of them. And then spiritually, I'm going to go into it as well. First of all, let me welcome anyone that is here, anyone that's in the bushes. I thank you for being here. And I want to get on with, let's just go over a few things of what this live is about, okay? Now, what has changed since the murder, and I say murder, of Renee Good is that the boiling point has begun. It has now moved into a more dangerous phase of direct legal and physical confrontation. The situation is no longer just a local tragedy. Now it is a full scale battle between state and federal power. And I'm going to show you where God's going to come in. Here's exactly what has shifted in these last few hours. New evidence of the murder. A new 40-second video from the perspective of an ICE agent has surfaced, which we know is not the correct vision that we've all have seen. But anyway, to move on. It's also stated that I'm not mad. A statement that was made in the footage, Renee Nicole Good, can be heard calmly telling the agent, I'm not mad at you. And that's fine, dude. Just seconds before she was shot. I remember another incident that we all should remember, Sandra Massey. She said, the Lord rebuke you. And then she was instantly shot in the head by an officer. I am putting these together. The George Floyd, all this is looking the same, and it is the same. And then we heard the nasty slur that this ICE agent had the nerve to say, and as we know right now, although he has not been prosecuted for the crime, but we do have a name, Jonathan Ross. He's not guilty until he's found guilty. I'll make that clear. But anyway, that's a name that we are coming up with, a beginning point, let's say. And then he had the nerve to slur, and he said, captures a man's voice calling her an effing fish after she was mortally wounded. This has added a massive layer of spiritual and public outrage as it contradicts the professional training narratives being pushed by this administration. Now, there seems to be a total collapse of cooperation, believe it or not, guys. Here we are. Yesterday, there was hope for during an investigation. Guess what, guys? Today, that's over. The FBI takeover. Here we go with the liars and the liars and the demonic people. Here we go. The FBI and the DOJ have officially blocked the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, BCA, from the case. Believe this. The head of the BCA, Drew Evans, stated that they can no longer meet investigative standards because the federal government is hiding the evidence. What would we expect, right? Governor Walz's defiance. Governor Walz has publicly warned the federal government to stay away from Minnesota schools because they're basically going to our schools and high schools and colleges and pre-K and elementary. They're coming for our children now. Stay away from Minnesota schools. He's now calling for an independent investigation as he believes the federal one will be a cover-up, and I believe it too, and I'm pretty sure most of us do. And then there's escalation in other cities. Now, after Renee, we go to Portland, Oregon. Yesterday, Border Patrol agents shot a married couple. They're in the hospital parking lot. Like in Minneapolis, the city of Portland is now in a state of protest, with the mayor calling for a total halt to ICE operations. And then Fayetteville, North Carolina, very close to my hometown, is the Accountability Live movement, and you mentioned grew last night with protesters at City Hall explicitly calling Renee Good shooting a cold-blooded murder and demanding the prosecution of the agent involved. Formal impeachment push. Of course, the demand for impeachment is no longer just a want, it's a legal filing now. Secretary Kristi Noem, the very well-known liar and demon. Congresswoman Robin Kelly has officially moved to file these articles of impeachment against Secretary Noem, which should be done. She's accusing her of willful obstruction, yes, and compromising the due process of U.S. citizens, correct. The rogue force argument. Lawmakers are now officially using the term rogue force to describe ICE in their four speeches. Please. Schools moving to remote learning. Because the physical threat is so high, Minneapolis Public Schools just announced they're offering remote learning for at least a month. This is a direct result of federal agents using chemical irritants at Roosevelt High School. The city has essentially had to go underground to protect their children from federal agents. Now, you know that this is getting to be outrageous, but here's something to know. The change since yesterday is that the silence has been broken. The straight faces you mentioned are being met with voices of victims, families, high-ranking state officials who are now calling these acts what you called them, murders. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time has long passed, according to Portland Mayor Keith Wilson, January 9th, 2026. The ice isn't just melting, the water is rising. People are no longer just asking for justice. They are building the systems to take it. However, textual visual description, accountability lives, symbolizing political unrest. This is the unfolding lens. Citizens demanding transparency. Core concept. The visual would be dominated by the idea of citizen documentation and collective voices as the primary force against an opaque system that avoids direct confrontation but emphasizes the power of observation and public witnesses. So, central focus is a stylish, glowing smartphone camera lens at the center of the frame, acting as a powerful eye. So keep your phones out, keep your ears out, and keep your head on swivel is the one way that we can help to fight and stop this ICE in their tracks of the things that they're trying, the things that they are doing. They're not trying, they are killing us. They're not trying to kill us. And yes, there is a spiritual reckoning for what is happening here. And I just want to share this with you. It's a piece that I created called Ice Will Melt. See, when a system hardens its heart until it becomes like ice, cold, unyielding, transparent, only in its cruelty, it forgets the first law of the Creator. Life is the breath of God, and to snuff it out is to strike the face of the divine. The ice that moves through our streets, into our schools, and onto our screens with straight faces believes it's protected by badges and federal seals. But there's a higher seal that they have broken. And we all know that that is God's seal. The cry that cannot be silenced. Spiritual law declares that blood is not just a liquid, it's a vital essence containing the soul's record. When the blood of Renee Nicole Good and others is spilled, it does not simply soak into the payment, it cries out. Since the beginning of the time, the Creator has said, the voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground, according to Genesis 4:10. This is not a metaphor, it's a spiritual frequency. Every drop of blood shed in malice acts as a constant eternal petition in the higher courts. It creates a blood guilt that no government investigation can wash away and no FBI standoff can hide. The melting of the cold tyranny. You have reached your boiling point because you are feeling the holy fire rising. Spiritually, ice represents the absence of human warmth, the demonic coldness of a heart that views human beings as a target or a domestic terrorist. God does not allow the world to remain frozen forever. The ice will melt because the sun of truth is rising. Just as the hidden videos are coming to light, the great sun of justice is exposing the shadows. Those who lie with straight faces are finding that their masks are melting off. The heat of the collective spirit, when thousands of souls reach the boiling point, once they create a spiritual climate shift, this heat dissolves the authority of the oppressor. And right now, it's our administration, it's Trump, it's ICE, it's Noam and the whole gang of cronies. The judgment of hired hands. There's a specific spiritual warning for those who shed innocent blood for a paycheck. In sacred texts, the hands that are swift to run to mischief are an abomination. The law of reciprocity. Those who hunt families will find themselves hunted by their own consciences. Those who tackle children in schools will find that their own walls are no longer safe. The exposure of the secret deed. God says there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. The accountability you see on the streets is the physical manifestation of God's refusal to let these murders happen in the dark. The promise to the broken. To the people of Minneapolis, Fayetteville, Portland, and beyond, God is not a standoff observer. He's the avenger of the oppressed. When the world offers no justice, the divine moves in the gap. He is moving through the cameras, the vigils, and the righteous anger of the mothers. The ICE agents think they're in full attack, but they are actually in a state of spiritual collapse. Their power is brittle, like ice hit by a hammer. Their system is cracking because it was built on a foundation of polluted land stained by the blood of the innocent. The winter of this cruelty is long, but the season of the Spirit has changed. The blood has cried out, the Father has heard, God has heard, and the decree has been issued. The ice that froze the hearts of the mighty shall be turned to water, and that water shall become a flood of justice that washes the stains from the street. No lie is strong enough to stop the spring. And lament and liberation designed to be done with what God is going to do, and He's going to make everything right. And I have a prayer that I want to pray, and then I have a song that I have created for us. So just hold on and bear with me. Hold on. Having a little difficulty. Hold on, like 1 second now. So I have it. I pulled it up here. All right. Oh, gracious God, we lift up those living in the fear of raids and violence. Be a strong tower against the foe and cover them in your grace and protection. Surround them with supernatural covering, especially the children and families in our schools and neighborhoods. Arise, O God of justice. Do not forget the helpless. We ask that you expose every hidden act, bring accountability where there has been a culture of cruelty. Call to account those who strike terror in the hearts of your children. We pray, Jesus, for an end to aggressive and violent enforcement. We ask for hearts of those in power to be touched with compassion and for the ways of peace to finally prevail over violence. Faith leaders often use their physical presence as a shield, conducting religious ceremonies, such as a communion of prayer vigils near enforcement sites, and peacefully confront agents and console the fearful. You know there's the power of the witness, the act of accountability. Documenting incidents, praying at the scene is viewed as moral responsibility to testify against those clergy that have turned on a holy occupation to terror. So all I'm saying, guys, I wasn't going to make this live long, but I wanted you to know that God is on his throne, God is present, and God is here to help, to heal all the families of the innocent victims that ICE has taken, we can say now, and plan to take. But God has another plan. And so I always like to give you the spiritual take of what God says. And that's what I wanted to do, not to rehash Renee Good and all the other victims, because I know their families are suffering and they probably even get restless in hearing their names mentioned. But we want to let them know that we have to mention their names because we don't want to forget, and we want to keep them out in the forefront because we want justice for them. This is why a lot of people take on these lives to report on this and to give their spiritual take on it so that you know that you are not alone. To the Good family and the good friends of Renee Good and all the other innocent victims. George Floyd, Sandra Mack, everyone, all the victims. So that's why I do these lives. And I have a song that I have created. that will help enlighten and express everything else that I am trying to say here today. So just bear with me, and I shall do that. I'll come back shortly, and then I will probably end this live. Okay? Hold on, everyone.
The warning was great. The snow on the ground, but the monsters waiting, making no sound. They didn't show bad, they didn't show heart. They tore a mother and children apart. Renee was driving, the school run was done. A poet, a singer under the winter sun. But the deeds, tactical gear, took their stand with the weight of a system held tight in their hands. On the floor, oh, the blood of the innocent cries from the street, and the truth is a fire that you cannot defeat. You can cover the video, you can lie to the press, God sees the monsters in government dress. Yeah, I will melt, and the spring's gonna come to the sound of justice and the beat. He stood in the street with his weapon aimed low at a mother of three who had nowhere to go. Then the very next day, in the Portland rain, the demons went out to cause more of the same. Outside of a hospital, shots filled the air. A husband and wife left in pools of despair. The agents in Portland, they used the same lie. The car was a weapon, we thought we would die, but Representative Dexter and Mayor Wilson too said Portland is not a training ground for you. They box in the trucks and they fire through the glass, while they let the truth and the mercy just pass. From Minneapolis streets to the Hazelwood track, the people are screaming, we're taking it back. But the truth teller Frey, he stood up and spoke. This narrative's bullshit, the silence he broke. But the FBI stepped in to bury the lead, taking the evidence of the terrible deed. They shield the killers with immunity lies, while the smoke from the vigils ascends to the skies. Your mother, Donna, she cries at the gate, while the government tells her she just has to wait. And why are they heartless? Why is there no soul in the halls of the DHS and the agents patrol? Because Christie knew, and the men at the top have never had a tragedy make their world stop. Their children are safe, their families are whole. They've never felt the fire burn a hole in their soul. If it were their blood on the snow and the street, they wouldn't be calling this justice or sweet. They think they are kings, they think they are law, but they haven't seen justice, they haven't seen. Listen close, agents, and hear what we say. There is a reckoning coming on midterm day. We'll let the whole world know exactly what time it is for the leaders who cover the crime. We all gonna melt away.
Making no sound. They didn't show badges, they didn't show heart. They tore a mother and children apart. Renee was just arriving. The school run was done. A poet, a singer, under the winter sun. But the demons in tactical gear took their stand, with the weight of a system held tight in their hand. Oh, I'll ice, you will melt, heat no more. Like the frost on the glass or the salt on the floor. The blood of the innocent. Ooh. From the street, and the truth is a fire that you cannot defeat. You can cover the video, you can lie to the press, but God sees the monsters in government dress. Yeah, you will melt, and the spring's gonna come. And the sound of judge, the beat of the drum. They identified the shooter. They found out the name. Jonathan Ross is the one we must blame. He stood in the street with his weapon aimed low at a mother of three who had no. And the very next day, in the Portland rain, the demons went out to cause more of the same. Outside of a hospital, shots filled the air. A husband and wife left in pools of despair. The agents in Portland, they used the same lie. The car was a weapon, we thought we would die. Oh, but Representative Dexter and Mayor Wilson too said Portland is not a training ground for you. Oh, they box into trucks and they fire through the glass, while they let the truth and the mercy just pass. From Minneapolis streets to the Hazelwood track, the people are screaming, we're taking it back. The truth had a fray, he stood up and spoke. This narrative's bullshit. The silence he broke. Oh, but the FBI stepped in to bury the lead, taking the evidence of the terrible deed. Oh, they shield the killers with immunity lies, while the smoke from the vigils ascends to the skies. Your mother, Donna, she cries at the gate, while the government tells her she just has to wait. Oh, why is there no soul in the halls of the DHS and the agents patrol? Because Christy Nolan, the man at the top, have never had a tragedy. Make their world stop. Oh, their children are safe, their families are whole. They never felt the fire burn a hole in their soul. If it were their blood on the snow and the street, they wouldn't be calling this justice or sweet. They think they are leaders, they think they are law. They haven't seen justice, they haven't seen all. Listen close, agents, and hear what we say. There is a reckoning coming on midterm day. We'll let the whole world know exactly what time. It is for the leaders who cover the crime. No more cages, no more chains, no more blood, no more stains. Jonathan Ross, we remember the name. Oh, Portland, on, we feel your pain. The ice is cracking, the winter is old. Oh, we're taking our power, we're being bold.
Okay, guys, I created that as an encouraging song to let you know that our eyes are open, our ears are open. We see, and that no administration can tell us what we see. We've seen the videos. We have seen the videos. And for my protesters out there, I'm blessing you. I'm asking God to stay with you and commend you for standing out and supporting and making sure that we get justice and to make sure that ICE stands back. They need to stand back because they are killing our innocent citizens. And I want you to know that God is in control. And as you sleep and as you take your nap and as you go about your day, remember God is in control. And this won't last long. This will not last long because God's going to have his say in his way and his justice. So this is a short live today, guys. I'm going to probably create another spiritual live at another time. But I want you guys to be blessed. I want you to know that I love you. I want you to keep your head on swivel. Watch for things around you, help each other, support one another, stand by one another. And this no longer has anything to do with race, creed, or culture. All people are at danger. All human beings are in danger with this ICE and this administration and whatever's going on. This is crazy, and we all have to be careful. We all have to stick together. It's the only way. And I'm not allowed and cannot tell you how to vote in November. But in November, remember what has happened. Remember what you see. Remember who is representing your city and your state and your town. Remember that we are here to fight for democracy, not dictatorship. We want democracy. And so that's the end of my message for the day and the end of my life. I love you. I say God bless you. And I will see you later. All right now, y'all.